Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 6th of January, 1979. And the title is Signs in the Present Life of Souls Who Belong to the Sun and the Moon Dynasties. Today, Bap and Dada were having a conversation in the subtle region about the efforts of the children in their ascending stage. Bap Dada saw two types of children. One type they saw was of those in the first division of effort makers in their form of Sun Dynasty deities. The other type was of those in the second division of effort makers in their form of Moon Dynasty warriors. They saw a difference between the two types of children in both their stage and their speed. Both had the thought to teach the destination of perfection, and still have this thought. However, there wasn't much difference visible between the thought and the practical of the first division, the Sun Dynasty souls. There was a greater difference visible between the thought and the form of the second division, the Moon Dynasty souls. Their thought was 100% powerful, but their practice was sometimes 75% and sometimes 50%. The Sun Dynasty souls either constantly remain the powerful stage of a master sun of knowledge, the seed stage, or they stabilize in the second stage of an Avyakt angel for a long time. The Moon Dynasty souls are not able to stabilize in the stage of a master sun of knowledge for so long. However, it is only after battling with many types of obstacles of Maya for a long time that they are able to stabilize in the stage of either an Avyakt angel or a victorious soul. Sometimes they are battling against their wasteful thoughts, and sometimes with some other problem. They spend a long time in trying to defeat Maya. In 1 hour's effort, they would experience half an hour or 15 minutes success. Therefore, because of their laborious effort, they sometimes become tired and are sometimes unable to carry on. They sometimes run, and at other times, when seeing others running, although wanting to run themselves, they are unable to do so. In experiencing each virtue of Baba, they only reach halfway in that experience. That stage is only accomplished by 50%. They would say that the Father is the ocean of happiness and that they themselves are embodiments of happiness. But they would not experience constant happiness. They experience perfect happiness sometimes, but not constantly. Just as the degrees of the moon increase and reduce, similarly, those of the Moon Dynasty only sometimes experience the perfect stage of zeal and enthusiasm, whereas at other times they experience themselves to be very far from their perfect stage. Sometimes, in order to experience Baba's company, instead of adopting the stage of remembrance, they adopt the stage of complaining. Those of the Sun Dynasty constantly experience the Father's company and remain absorbed in experiencing love in all relationships with him. 2. The Sun dynasty souls do not fluctuate in their stage by sometimes ascending and sometimes descending. They constantly experience the stage of ascent, just as the sun is always experienced as the form of light. It doesn't go into a cycle of degrees. There isn't a difference of sometimes being 14 degrees and at other times 8 degrees. 3. Maya definitely comes in front of the Sun dynasty souls like a cloud, but that cloud comes and then vanishes. Fourth, Sun dynasty souls constantly have equanimous stage. Their own brightness doesn't lessen when they see clouds. They experience having the virtues of the Father in their practical life and also reveal themselves to everyone through this form. 5. Sun dynasty souls constantly experience themselves to be unlimited servers and light and might houses. 6. Sun dynasty souls constantly follow in the footsteps of the Father Brahma in everything they do. They are equal to Father Brahma in their deeds and their speed of effort. 7. The first step of the Sun dynasty souls is in following the Father. Their mind, intellect, and sanskars are totally surrendered to the Father. You saw this specialty in Father Brahma. He claimed his great fortune through his great renunciation. He was the first one to claim the angelic form and the first one to claim the title of world emperor. Similarly, Sun dynasty souls are great and complete renunciates. To be a complete renunciate means that you renounce even the progeny of vice in your sanskars. Such complete renunciates who follow the Father become angels at this time and the first world emperors in the future. 8. Sun dynasty souls constantly experience their intellect to have faith and thereby remain constantly carefree and victorious every kalpa. 9th, Sun dynasty souls, while fulfilling the responsibility of world benefit, remain double light even to the extent of their huge responsibility. 10th, Sun dynasty souls, through the rays of their attitude and their vibrations, stabilize other souls in the experience of their original form. 11th, Sun dynasty souls do not use selfishly for themselves any of the treasures they have, but are constantly great donors and bestow blessings on others. 12th, there are two special indications of souls who belong to the Sun dynasty. Firstly, they only come into sound after being in the stage beyond sound. Secondly, they always maintain their stage of self-respect. They are humble and constructive in their words and deeds. Similarly, these are the indications of the Moon Dynasty souls. They only sometimes fulfill a task to the full extent and at other times to a lesser extent. It would sometimes be less than 50%, sometimes They sparkle like the souls who reach 100%, and at other times, they constantly turn the beads of their own rosary of weaknesses in front of the Father. Sometimes they are powerful, and at other times, they create waste. Sometimes they are great, and other times they are ordinary. Sometimes they experience themselves to have authority and to be a Mahavir, and at other times they say that they can only move forward if they are given support and cooperation. They experience themselves to be limping along. So now, ask yourself, what stage have I reached? Am I a Sun Dynasty soul? Have I gone beyond the stage of the Moon Dynasty? And am I on the border of becoming a Sun Dynasty soul? Or am I still in the Moon Dynasty stage? Those who have reached the border of the Sun Dynasty would sometimes take a jump into the Sun Dynasty, but would otherwise remain in the Moon Dynasty. Now, check where you are and cross the border to become part of the Sun Dynasty. Do you understand what you have to do? Acha. To those who constantly enable themselves to have a right to the Sun Dynasty and who follow the footsteps of the Father, to those who constantly stay in the angelic stage like the Father, to those who become master sons of knowledge and whose rays of attainment bring light to dispel the darkness of the world, to the children who are master sons of knowledge, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Gujarat has received the blessing of being easy yogis. Because the land of Gujarat is sattvic, it is already prepared. When seeds are sown in prepared land, the harvest emerges very easily. According to the drama, you have received the blessing of being easy yogis. Remain aware of this blessing and make yourself into an easy yogi and inspire others to become the same. Constantly hold the flag of victory in your hand. Now serve the special souls who are in contact with you and whose sound can spread very far. Serve souls who are special in terms of the world, not just those who are special on the path of knowledge. The newspaper, TV, and radio media automatically broadcast the sound from such souls. Now, serve such special souls through whom many other souls can also benefit. Bap Dada constantly has this hope. You now have to put this hope into practice and fulfill it. Very little time remains, and a great deal of service is yet to be accomplished. The method of service should now be such that many are served by just visiting that place once. Such a speed is now needed. Although those who are to claim a kingdom will claim their fortune anyway, you must still continue to give everyone Baba's message, so that no one will complain afterwards. Acha? Bap-Dada meeting groups. 1. Serving the whole world through the seed stage. The seed stage is the most powerful stage. All the other stages after that are number-wise. This stage works like a lighthouse. Through this stage, you become instruments to spread light over the whole world. The whole tree grows automatically when the seed receives water. Similarly, when you stabilize in your seed stage, the world automatically receives the water of light. A lighthouse stays in one place and spreads its light in all directions. Similarly, in order to become such a lighthouse and a world benefactor and spread your light over the whole world, you need to have a powerful stage. When a physical light bulb is not powerful, it is unable to spread light everywhere. A bulb with almost zero power can only spread light over a limited area. Therefore, become a lighthouse, not just a small bulb. The children of the unlimited Father have to be unlimited servers. At present, unlimited service is needed because the unlimited world has to be transformed. In order to bring about world transformation, you first have to transform yourself. Let your total consciousness and every thought be of bringing about world benefit. 2. Signs of souls who are constantly full. Those who are constantly full of all treasures are constantly content. This contentment is caused by lack of attainment. Souls who are full are also able to give something to other souls. If you lack something in yourself, you are unable to give that to others. Contentment means to be full. Baba is always full and is therefore praised as the ocean. This indicates that he is full. Therefore, become a master ocean like the Father. A river sometimes dries up, but souls who are full will constantly dance in happiness. Nothing but happiness would be experienced by those souls. Because contented souls are full, they never become distressed by anyone. They would have no conflict with anyone in their relationships. Even if they do not have conflict, they do not become affected by it. They would experience any type of obstacle or confusion to be a game. Even problems would become a means of entertainment because they would see them with the vision of being knowledgeful. Because their intellect constantly has faith, they are constantly victorious and cheerful. 3. Experience a constant stage by considering yourself to be a world server. Bap-Dada constantly remembers his server children because the Father's duty is also that of being the world servant. Just as Baba is the world servant, so too are his children. A servant always remembers his service and his master. So, such server children remember nothing but Baba and their service. Through this, they experience a constant and steady stage. They find all relationships other than their relationship with the Father to be tasteless, because they experience the sweetness of belonging to the one Father, they are not attracted by anyone else. This is their effort and their destination. Bapdada regards each one as an intense effort maker. If you simply remain an effort maker, but not an intense effort maker, you won't be able to reach your destination. Fourth, only those who experience the sweetness of all relationships with the one Father can become the destroyers of attachment. Have you made the Father belong to you in all relationships? Not just in the relationship of the Father, but you now belong to Him in all relationships. To make Him belong to you means that you belong to Him. So, all your relationships are only with the one Father and none other. What special virtue should be seen in those who have all relationships with the one Father? They are constantly free from attachment. When you have no attachment and are not subservient to anyone, you cannot be defeated by Maya. To become the destroyers of attachment in this way means to be a constant embodiment of remembrance. Each day at Amrit Vela, remain aware that you will experience the happiness of all relationships with Bap Dada and donate that to all souls. Experience the happiness of having all relationships with the Father. Become one who has a right to the happiness of having all relationships with Baba and make others the same. Those who have a right to this relationship will always move along with the Father as their companion. Whatever work you do should not remember your physical companion, but should remember Bap Dada. After all, Baba is your true friend. Therefore, stay in the company of his companion and you will easily become detached from everyone else and loved by all. When you love the one Father alone, you are able to become a destroyer of all attachment. Bapdada meeting teachers. Bapdada gives the return of love to the loving souls who remain constantly absorbed in love. At what time does he do this? He does this especially at Amrit Vela. You receive blessings easily at Amrit Vela. In fact, you have a right to them throughout the whole day, but that is the special time. You sometimes have special times for certain bargains, because it is the season, you know, that you will pay less for something. So Amrit Vela is also a special season. Therefore, there is easy attainment. All of you teachers are free from obstacles. Are you not? Now, make the fortress of yoga very strong. When you have a particular obstacle somewhere, then just as you have International Meditation Hour, in the same way, make a program for everyone to have yoga all together at a fixed time once a month. The whole zone should donate yoga through which the fortress will become strong. When a task is first begun, special disciplines are observed in terms of cleanliness. Therefore, all of you most elevated souls should also have just the one pure thought of victory. Because of your cleanliness, you are able to use the right method. Make all the walls of the fortress strong at the same time, and you will become victorious. Acha, blessing. May you be master knowledgeful and be able to face any adverse situation with the power of your own stage. The stage of the self means the stage of soul consciousness. Adverse situations come because of other people or through nature. However, if your own stage is powerful, then the adverse or external situations can be nothing in front of your own stage. Souls who are stable in their own stage do not become upset by any type of adverse situation because such souls are knowledgeful. Such souls have all the knowledge of the three aspects of time and of all souls. Such souls know that the other soul is under an external influence and would therefore not become upset, but would serve that soul with good wishes and pure feelings. They would constantly be smiling. Slogan: a fortunate soul is one who constantly sings praise of his fortune and not of his weaknesses. Om Shanti.